Every great story needs a hero. This one begins in a small neighborhood, a place called Roca Fonda in Mataró, just outside the grand city of Barcelona. This is where a young boy named Lamine Yamal first felt the magic of a football at his feet. He would play anywhere he could find space. The walls of buildings became his first teammates and opponents. Born to a Moroccan father and an Equatorial Guinean mother, his world was a vibrant mix of cultures. But the one language that spoke loudest was the language of football. His passion was pure, a fire that burned brightly from a very young age. He dreamed, as so many children do, of one day wearing the famous colors of FC Barcelona. This was not just a fleeting dream for Lamine. He possessed a natural talent that was impossible to ignore. People in his neighborhood would stop to watch him play, amazed by the skill and confidence of such a small child. He dribbled with a kind of joy that was infectious, a fearless creativity that set him apart. He did not play football, he danced with it. His parents saw this incredible passion and supported him completely. Crossing the gates of La Masia is like entering a different world. It is a place steeped in history and expectation, where the ghosts of legends like Messi, Xavi, Iniesta linger in the halls. He was now part of a system designed to create the best footballers on the planet. The training was intense, far more demanding than anything he had experienced before. He had to learn the Barcelona way: possession, quick passing, intelligent movement known as tiki-taka. It required not just skill, but a deep understanding of the game, a football intelligence that Lamine seemed to possess naturally. Life at the academy was a constant test of dedication. It was a cycle of school, training, matches. Every day was a challenge to be better than the day before. The competition was fierce, but it was also a source of motivation. La Masia taught him humility, effort, ambition, respect, and teamwork. He learned to handle pressure, to celebrate victories with grace, and to learn from defeats. In the corridors of La Masia, the legend of Lamine Yamal was taking root. The path of a prodigy is never without its challenges. For Lamine Yamal, the biggest ordeal was the immense weight of expectation that began to build around him. Being labeled the next Messi is a heavy burden for any young player. Every touch, every pass, and every goal was scrutinized and analyzed. The pressure to live up to this impossible standard could have been overwhelming. He was still just a teenager, navigating the difficult transition from youth football to the professional world. There were also the physical demands of playing at such a high level at a young age. He had to be smarter, faster in his thinking, and more agile in his movements to compensate. The risk of injury is always a shadow that looms over young athletes. The club's medical and coaching staff had to manage his playing time carefully. Fame, money, and attention can change a person. Lamine had to remain grounded, to stay focused on his goals and not get carried away by the growing hype. The support of his family and the guidance of the club were absolutely vital. They created a protective bubble around him, allowing him to concentrate on what he did best: playing football. After every trial comes a reward. That reward was a moment that would be etched into the history books of FC Barcelona. On April 29, 2023, the moment arrived. Manager Xavi Hernandez decided the time was right. A league match against Real Betis at the iconic Camp Nou. Lamine was called to enter the pitch. He became the youngest player ever to debut for Barcelona's first team in a competitive match. As he stepped onto the hallowed turf, a wave of excitement and anticipation washed over the stadium. A new chapter was beginning not just for him, but for the club. His performance in those few minutes was, honestly, breathtaking. He showed no signs of fear or nerves. Instead, he played with a freedom and confidence that really defied his age. He produced a moment of magic, a clever pass that showed his incredible vision and footballing intelligence. The fans roared with every touch. They were witnessing the birth of a new star. For his family, it was a moment of immense pride. From that day forward, Lamine was a permanent fixture in the first-team dynamic. The 2023-24 season saw him shatter more records, becoming the youngest ever starter for Barcelona, the youngest goal scorer in LaLiga history, and a key player for the Spanish national team. He played in crucial matches like El Clasico and shone on the European stage in the Champions League. In a time of transition for FC Barcelona, Lamine has become a symbol of renewal and excitement. He was no longer a prospect for the future. He was a reality for the present, a player the team relied on in the biggest moments. Looking ahead to the rest of his career, starting from today, the potential seems limitless. If he can continue on this trajectory, stay grounded and avoid serious injuries, many believe he will be a defining player of his generation. He brings back from his journey a reminder of the magic that makes football the beautiful game. A boy from a humble background with an extraordinary gift who answered the call to adventure. The future of football is here, and his name is Lamine Yamal, one dazzling dribble at a time.